everyone, FunshineX here. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Space Engineers. This is episode 4. Last time we got our mining ship built and flying and started to do a little bit of mining. And brought him back, and you can see in here we have a ton of ores waiting to be processed. I completely filled up the refiner's inventory. I guess I could add a little bit more. And the problem is it refines, but it does it so slowly. So we're going to look at ways to remedy that today. I also, if we have time, want to look into getting a way to automatically pipe things out of my mining ship into my containers and then into the refinery. So that might be 2 episodes worth. We'll see. First thing I did is added this little chair here. It's called a pilot's chair. You can add them there. Takes a lot of computers, but that's about it. And when you sit in it, just like you do on the ship, you recharge your energy, your oxygen if you're connected to one. And then I also started to add a few more items here. This first one here is actually an arc furnace. The arc furnace works just like a refinery, except it can only refine iron, nickel, and cobalt. So it has restricted things that it can refine. It's a lot smaller, as you can see. Far less components to build, so we can have a lot more of them for the same price. Refines 120% the speed of a refinery and costs 40% less power. So we should definitely be using these arc furnaces to do all our iron, cobalt, and nickel. So I'm added one now. I put a second refiner on here just to see how they would line up, if I could, fit them in and access all the slots. I don't think I'm going to be able to, although I'm not sure if an arc furnace has upgrades. Let's go ahead and put it in place and then see. We need 110 steel plates, construction component, yeah. I don't know why I even read through all of it. I'm going to just forget, right? 110. We need construction components. Some steel tubes probably. Maybe some motors, some computers. Let's see how we did. Oh, yeah, nice. We got it all except for 10 steel plates. Sweet. So all of you guys go back in there. Get 10 more of those, and we got them. All right. So this should greatly increase our processing speed for those 3 mineral ores. And as you can see, there's doesn't appear anyway that there's any upgrade slots. Whoa. Oh, there's dampers. Okay. I'm like, why am I flying away? So there's no upgrade panels like this refinery has these little squares there for upgrades. It does have a inventory here in the back. So if I put a conveyor here, I can link those two, and then they'll be able to talk to the rest of like the network, kind of the pipe network. So for that, this conveyor here, some interior plates, construction components, small tubes, motors. Okay, not a big deal. I'll probably paint these guys all a different color eventually, but for right now I'm going to the green and gray look here. So interior plates are right there. Let's get 100 of those. Probably some displays, motors, computers, construction components, small tubes. Yeah, let's see how we did. It's always the lottery, right? You grab a bunch of materials you think you need, and then you come and you find out if you got them all. Oh, we got them all. Sweet. We won the lottery. Okay, so now this refinery is going to be linked up to our arc furnace, so we should be able to drag materials over. And there we go. Go ahead and turn this guy off. And we can just access it via our kind of general container here. And let's put everything back in that we didn't use. Now we'll go ahead and take like our cobalt and drag it down to our arc furnace. There it goes. And we can take our iron as well. If we have any iron left. There it is. It was cobalt, iron, and nickel. Do we have any other nickel left to process? Does not appear that way. All right. And I believe it's smart that, if I just drop my ores in this container, it would know to pull, which to pull in. Maybe not. I don't know. But this is going to produce much faster our cobalt and our iron and our nickel. And we're all done there. All right. Do we think we can get a second refinery online? That's going to need a lot of components. 40 construction, 20 large steel. Woo. So much stuff. Doesn't need interior plates, but computers, yes. Construction components, yes. Motors, yes. Maybe some displays. I have no idea. No, this thing doesn't have any displays. Oh, 1,100 steel plates. I read that completely wrong. Okay. So we are a ways off on that. It's okay. Next thing I want to look into, though, is how expensive are upgrades to these refineries. Because we could put 2 refineries in, and obviously we'll get twice as fast of smelting, but that means we got to put in a ton of material to get that second refinery. I think the upgrades are a little bit cheaper. So let's go into the G menu here and just type upgrade. No, not right. Let's try module. Yeah, there we go. So we've got all these modules. We got productivity modules, effectiveness modules, and power efficiency modules. Power efficiency is pretty easy. It just requires less power to process. Piece of cake. Effectiveness module, that means if I put in 1 ore, for different types of ore, you get different amounts of ingots out, and it's always a percentage. So like iron, it's like 70% or something. Uranium's like 2. I don't know. It's really, you go to the wiki for the exact numbers, but it's something like that. Is really bad for certain materials. So you put these effectiveness modules up, and they basically increase how much ingots you get per ore. Pretty cool. You can never go over 100%, so it's not like Minecraft where you can duplicate your ores, that kind of thing, or double your output. And then productivity is speed. Pretty cake. So if I put productivity, I'm going to get my output faster. Effectiveness module, I will get output faster, but I won't have to mine as much. And power efficiency, I haven't hit a power problem yet. Let's check really quick just in case. We go over one of these displays. Go to our info. No, how do I see? Oh, maybe it's in the chair. I think the chair will tell me. So my station. Mass, speed, power usage. There we go, 6.49%. I produce 15 megawatts of power from my 1 reactor, and I'm using 6% of it. So I can add a ton of stuff on this 1 reactor and be fine. So I don't think we need these power upgrades yet. So let's just go, I think, with straight effectiveness modules, I think. Maybe 2 effectiveness, 2 productivity. I don't know, let's drag them down and see how they fit. You can see there's these 3, but then you also have a junkie. They're basically cheaper, but don't do as good of a job. Then you have advanced. They're more expensive and do a lot better job. And then you have the hyper, which are really good, but are really expensive. So we'll just go with the normal ones here. They're pretty reasonable on the cost. Flying, and let's look at this refinery here. So you can see it has 8 slots for upgrades, and each of these upgrades takes 2 slots. So we just hook them on just like that. Nope, it doesn't like that. Why doesn't it like that? Oh, probably because I don't have any steel plates, right? Is that what's complaining about? Yeah. All right, let's get some steel plates. That's alloy plate. Here's steel plates. Let's get a couple hundred of these. I'm gonna use all my iron, basically. We might want to switch this guy to produce iron, because I don't think I really need cobalt right now. Oh, I can fix... I always like go to the machine that it actually needs, but I don't need to, right? Okay, so that's getting our iron really fast, and this thing will use it up. We might need to get a second one of those guys as well, actually, assemblers, to make this stuff a little faster. I mean, eventually we'll have, 10, 15 of them. But our immediate needs, that's kind of what I'm looking at. We really need. All right, there we go. Now we can add these. So this is our productivity. Yeah, let's just do 2 and 2. So 2 productivities and 7. How do I want to make that look? Let's do... I like it the other way. Nope, not that way. This way. Okay, 1 and 2. There we go. So this is going to take a long time for me to put everything in that's required. All in total, I'm going to need 320 steel plates and 10. Yeah, so I'll probably do a cut and just go ahead and just wait for the stuff to refine and assemble, and then I'll grab all 4 of these, get the other refinery going, and then we'll work on some other things I have in mind. So I'll take a quick cut and be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we are back from my little break, and I've got all of the upgrades fully welded, so they're all working. I really like how this thing looks like this big old bulky, you know, machine. But now if we look at this thing, if we find a panel to access, there's one up here. We can really look at it anywhere. You can see now we have a productivity of 300%, so we make ores 3 times as fast, and 141% effective as well at doing it. And it still takes normal power, so effectively it's going to take 3 times the power because it runs faster, right? It takes more power. So there we go. Our power is still pretty good as last time I checked. 17%. So we're getting up there. Not that bad. Get me out of there. So I started out another thing. I added another refinery. Got that thing. I don't have any upgrades on it yet, but it's fully built. Yep. And then I added another assembler. So this thing can start making stuff. Now, what I believe will happen if we go to productivity, I think it uses both assemblers to make it. I don't know. Let's look. So if I queue up like... Oh, I'm out of iron. We need some windows. Do we have any solar cells? Bulletproof glass. All right, we need some bulletproof glass. So let's say if I need 100 bulletproof glass. This one here. Oh, let's just look at the inventories. If we sort by assemblers, that one's making them. This one is not. Okay, so maybe it'll make a second thing if I queue, or there's a control panel here, assembler. There's something on cooperative mode. I'm going to turn that on and that on as well. Now, do we have any action here? No, we don't seem to. What if I move some silicon over there? No, nothing. Okay. Let's queue up something else that we can make. I really can't make anything. Why don't I have any iron? I just mined for iron. I have a lot of iron. Okay. So it's just because I don't have it in the actual thing. So let's make some metal grids. Like 10 of those. So now... Is the other one being used? Why is this other one not being used? Okay. Somebody's got to tell me how to make, you know, the job split between the two. Because obviously I have the iron, right? Yeah, I have it. And it's on the conveyor system, right? It's connected. I can move stuff over there too. So it's obviously connected. Yeah, I can move stuff over there, but why won't it actually use it? That is confusing. Oh, maybe... Ah, there we go. You can change. Oh, okay, I get it. So, let's see. Enable or disable cooperative mode. Enabled. Assembler 2. Huh. Okay. So I see that there's... I can queue up 2 things in the different assemblers. But I don't see how to, like, if I just queue one up in one place, would it, like, ask whatever assembler is available to do that? It might be that I need to use mods for that. And we'll come down that road if necessary. Okay. So we can make stuff faster, though we do have the double assemblers going. Now what I think is this little tower right here with the 2 assemblers, 2 refineries, and an arc furnace, I could duplicate that and just put another one. I would have to put another tube right here, but I could put another one right behind this. I don't know, refinery and the upgrades and arc furnace and all kind of stuff. So I can kind of stack these on top of each other, just build this way. So if I'm getting a ton of ore incoming, I'll just, you know, add another row. And that way, by the end, we'll have like 8 refineries and 8 assemblers, 4 arc furnaces. I think that'll be awesome. So we need a way to get stuff in there automatically. And what I'd like to do is build this out a bit. And I'm going to take, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, let's just move this guy out of the way. Okay, that's good. Now, let's see, if I take this storage cell, whatever this thing's called, and just build out like a conveyor tube, right, like that. Oh, I need steel plates. Give me some steel plates. Okay. Build it out. How far? Maybe just 2, I think. I don't want to go too far out. I might knock it as I'm flying by. And then we'll put one facing up right here. And then we'll place a connector right here. Now the little circular one is the docking side, and the other one that needs to connect to the tubes. So that should be good there. And this takes probably a bunch of stuff that we'll have to go get. And then what I also need to do is put one of these same connectors. Oh, now I don't know. Oh, dang it. I don't have a steel plate to put the connector on. Production. Steel plates. Steel plates. There we go. Now we'll get a ton of steel plates right in a row. Okay. We need to put a matching connector on our ship, and then we can connect the two. I think I want to put it right... Okay, so this is a question. If I put a block like right here, is that thing going to like burn it? I think it will. So what I need to do is switch this for a conveyor, and then put the... Let's get a conveyor. Be a small... Yep. Oh, I already got a small conveyor. Conveyor right here. And then... Holy crap, this thing is huge. Even on a small ship, this thing's got to be big because it's got to match up with the other ships. So right like that. We need to somehow stick it onto this thing. There we go. Sweet. So now I can just join the two and they'll connect and should transfer between them. So I've got to go do some more, obviously, grinding of materials or assembling. So we'll take another quick break just so we don't waste the entire episode doing assembling. And I'll do these all up and we can test connecting them. And that'll be awesome because right now what I have to do is I have to like go to the ship, enter this inventory here by hitting K, double click to get everything over to my inventory. Obviously it can't hold it all, so you can say I got like 2.78, and then I have to fly over here and double click, and that puts the iron in there, that kind of thing. So that's kind of slow since I can only do 2.78K at the same time. If I do this, it'll just transfer it all. So I'll be right back once I have this all welded up and ready to go. All right, guys, we're back. I think I've got all the components, just finishing up the welding here. There we go. Let's give these the proper paint job. So we need to get P out, and we'll do yellow. Paint those guys yellow. These can be left green. And I think we're good to go. Let's try and connect these two. So what we need to do is fly in here, and we need to line these up. It's not going to be easy. Oh my god. Oh, wow. But what you can do is hit Alt, and that allows you to kind of free look. And see, now it's much easier. Okay. Now, when they get close, they kind of like magnetically attach. And now we've got to actually link them together. So if we hit G, we get the, all the stuff, basically. And we want the, let's see, weapons and tools, thrusters. We want, okay, so that's what you do. So you drag the connector onto your hotbar and you hit toggle, switch lock. That will basically toggle it. So now if we hit 2, it should be toggled on. There we go, it's green. Now it's toggled on. Everything should be flowing out of here. So these should be now empty. They're not. Let's see. How do we get them to flow out? Is this thing connected? If we put... It's not connected. Why is it not connected? Oh. How do we connect... Oh, there's the little connector right there. Okay, so we need to do something real quick. We're gonna move this back a little bit because we want it behind. So yeah, let's just grind it. Let's disconnect it first. So hit 2. We should be disconnected. We can fly. I can't break the lock. I'm not strong enough. How do I? Okay, whatever. That's really weird. I don't know how to break that connection, but here's one way to do it. Should be able to hold this entire thing in one inventory. Yes, I can. Okay, so we need to build this right. Come down here. There instead. Is that right? There we go. That should connect. Okay. And we have everything, of course, because we just grinded one down. Get this guy all up, and we're done. Okay. Now, just a quick test. Can we drag things into the connector? Oh, yeah, it already sucked them in. So the connector knows I need to suck stuff out of the other things. Why can't I get it from drill 2? Maybe I can. Okay. Maybe it'll pull more. We'll see how it works. So, yeah, I did need that. I was going to say, did I really need that? And I think I did. Okay. So, back in here. Like that. Look over here. We'll go down. There, it's connected. Hit 2. No? Oh, that's probably because I need to drag it on again because it's like set to a different one. So, drag that one down. Throw out, collect all. Interesting. Can you like tell it to just like dislodge stuff into space? Because if I could like do that with my stone, just have like a little stone cannon that threw the stuff, that would be awesome. Let's go to switch lock again. And there, it's green. Cool. Now, is it draining stuff out? That's the big question. I want it to pull stuff. There we go. It's oh, you can even see the whole ship now because it's connected. So orange is telling me it's part of the other thing. Okay. Oh, I love it. So both the drills are empty. Sweet. Okay. Well, I think that's all I wanted to do this episode. There's a lot more that we want to do, but it's just takes some time. I do want to mention, right now this ship is really lightweight, and it flies decently. You can see I added some more thrusters on the back. I used to have 2, now I have 5. That's actually more than my nuclear engines reactors can power at once. It overloads it, so I'm going to add some more on there. But the reason I added these is because as you mine, your ship gets heavier, which is expected, right? But as it gets heavier, it performs a lot worse. It turns a lot slower, it speeds up a lot slower, it slows down a lot slower. And I was flying it from one of the asteroids over, that one. I was going 100 and some kilometers an hour, and inertial dampeners off. Got to about 500 meters of the base, and hit inertial dampeners on, and I had one engine up here. There's this one little engine's like, I'm gonna try and stop this ship, and it just went and smashed into the wall and destroyed both of the drills. Luckily, it only destroyed the 2 drills, nothing else. Actually, those are probably the two most expensive things on here, besides maybe the connector and maybe the nuclear reactors. But anyway, so I destroyed both of those. All the ore that was sitting inside them went flying everywhere. And so I had to rebuild them. And because of that, I'm now up to 3. I've also noticed that inertial dampeners can slow your ship a lot faster than brakes can. Oh, this thing actually took a little damage. Oh, this thing took a lot of damage. I didn't check every block. I only checked what blocks were actually like destroyed, but some of these other blocks here did take a little bit of damage. Not enough to destroy them, but some of their armor's gone. Oh, this guy, I think he like ran when I was mining, he hit the roof. So I'll have to be careful now because this thing's sticking out the bottom like this. I'm not sure. I think yeah. Let me show you. It's easier to show you than to do this. So back in you, hit 2, and I can't escape the stupid thing. Okay, can I toggle it off maybe? There we go. Okay. So we've got toggle on and off and lock. So, okay, here's a big bug. Sometime in between episode 3 and episode 4, when I loaded up the world, all the iron that was a part of this donut, remember this was the iron donut, it's the whole reason we settled here, a lot of it turned to stone. I don't know why. It just did. This whole thing is all stone now. All of the ore is deep inside it. So if I want to get to this ore, let me fix the viewpoint here if I can. Yeah, oh well. If I want to get into this ore, I'd have to drill 40-something meters in, and that would take forever. So this is left click, which is in drill mode, right? If I right click, it switches to pulverize mode, and this does a lot bigger radius, and that's faster. However, you do not get any ores, so no, but that's a good thing because I don't want the stone, right? I get too much stone. So while I'm drilling to an ore, I right click to pulverize all the stone and make a big hole in the mountain, and then I kind of drill down into it to try and get to the iron. Now what I'm worried about is this big old thing sticking off my butt, whether that's going to scrape along the bottom, and I don't think it will. I mean, this thing's made a pretty big hole here. The bigger problem is that thruster sticking out the top. That would keep scraping along the top wall. But now, there's the iron. So once I spot the iron, then I just left click and actually drill. I just wanted to see if that connector is going to get in the way. This is, again, just a temporary ship because I didn't want to mine by hand. I believe Thiago and maybe someone else also posted that I should have a collector as part of the ship because you see sometimes some of the ore just flies away. It's not a very big percentage, but it is wasteful, so having a collector to maybe suck up some of the stuff that flies off might be a good idea. And then the hard, tricky part is backing out of these holes when you make them. But there you go. So that's what the mining ship can do pretty quick, especially with the right-click pulverize mode. So let's see if we can line this thing up again. We want to turn this guy on so we get the little magnetic attachment here. And now we just have to get close. And it should kind of give us the magnetic connection. And are we above it? Depth is very tough in this game. There we go. And 2. And all this iron should have just been sucked up along with the stone. And my ship should be ready to go again. And I can do things like maybe pull uranium into the reactors, that kind of thing. I think only with mods, but yeah, we're going to do a lot of cool automation with mods at some point. I'm really just kind of learning the basics of this game right now. But don't worry, we're going to get into programming and a bunch of like really cool display panels. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the like button if you want to see more. Subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Catch you guys later. Bye.